Can you hear me? Can I hear you? Okay, okay, we're good.
All right, I'm gonna go back on mute.
Okay. Do I have time for a break?
Yes, Kathy, I think you're fine.
Okay, thank you. Hello, how are you?
I'm good.
Hello, everybody. Just checking my sound.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Jim, you sound good. Tamara, I can hear you as well.
Awesome.
Can you all hear me? Linda.
Yes.
Linda, I can hear you.
Okay, great.
You got to love our legislature leaving town with unfinished business, huh?
Oh, listen.
Dave, while we have a minute, I wanted to thank you for sharing that story about your son at Subaru. We've got a Subaru, so that was just a cool story. So thanks.
You're welcome, Jim, and I'm definitely having a proud father month over that one. So.
And tomorrow is your birthday, or today is your birthday? Which?
Talking about me?
Yes, somebody's birthday.
Oh, that was Sonia, Sonia Shriver.
Oh, okay, somebody's birthday.
Yeah, she's the one that helps out writing that. She presented at the last board meeting about crisis standards of care.
Okay.
And she was saying that she was going to give her regrets because she had a birthday party tonight. That was hers. So.
Because today is my son's birthday.
Oh, wonderful.
So
And my sister's birthday. She's celebrating her 70th birthday today with us.
Oh, good for her. So how many people, this is a statistical trivia, how many people need to be in a room before two of them will have the same birthday?
No clue.
Oh, it's actually a lower number than you think, but I don't remember.
10.
No?
No? Oh.
It's 365 divided by something, I know.
Okay, I know we have important things to talk about, so I'll tell you the answer. The answer is 30.
30.
Oh.
That's a low
Sure.
number.
Yeah,
Each
chances are that if there are 30 people, roughly 30 people in a room, that two of them will have the same birthdays.
Interesting.
Not the years, obviously, but November 18th, for example.
Well, we'll see who else shows up here.
I saw Chad joined. Is Daryl with us?
I'm
Oh, you
sure-
did see him? Okay.
Yeah,
Daryl
Chad-
is not.
I
Yeah,
have not.
I'm
I have not
on if I
seen-
get my camera going here.
Yeah, Chad's on.
Oh, there he is. Oh, I hear him. I don't see him. Can the person from KTVB identify themselves?
Hi, Chad.
Can the person from KTVB identify themselves, please?
Hi. How are you guys tonight?
Hi. Hello. Can the person with the phone number ending in 15 identify themselves? Phone number ending in 15?
Here's Daryl.
How about the person with the phone number ending in 03?
Sarah
Can you
Garrett.
Sherry Garrett?
Sarah.
Sarah Garrett. And what is the organization you're with, please? Oh, you're with DHW?
I am, yes.
Thank you.
Hi, Daryl.
Mr. Kirby?
Hello.
Oh, Senator
Senator
Martin,
Martin.
hi.
Senator Martin is on. Okay.
We were just talking about you, but we weren't really.
My ears were burning.
Someone has their microphone on.
This is just helping welfare.
Someone who just joined has their microphone on, and we're getting feedback. If you turn your internal microphone off,
Are you getting feedback from me?
no. Not Linda, not Jim. Someone else.
You getting feedback from me?
Yes. Was that Chad?
Wasn't me, but
Kathy, I hate to ask this.
I'm sorry, I can't understand that.
Is it yours?
No, the room is not on. I don't have my computer on. This just started. Nikki, do you have 3A off? Do you have the room off? Do you have the room muted? Yes? Okay.
It stopped, Kathy, after you muted everybody.
I didn't do anything.
Somebody did, but somebody muted everybody. So I think people just have to unmute themselves when they're talking, and I think that would keep it from doing it.
Okay. Can the person with the phone number ending in 17 identify themselves, please, for the record? 17?
Hi, this is Glenn Mosley from Idaho Public Radio in Moscow.
Thank you very much. Will the person with the phone number ending in 22 identify themselves, please, for the record?
This is Mimi Taylor from Eastern Idaho Public Health in Idaho Falls.
Thank you. Will the person ending in 03 please identify yourself for the record? 03?
Sarah Garrett, Department of Health and Welfare.
All right, we did that. Thank you. Sorry about that. Will the person ending in 18 identify yourself for the record, please? One eight, please. Will the person ending in 44 identify themselves for the record? Four. Can the person with the phone, oh, there's Tim Rarick. The person with the number ending in 42 identify themselves for the record.
Nicholas Snyder, KMVT in Twin Falls.
Thank you very much. Okay. Chairman Kirby, you have a quorum.
Yeah, I'd like to call the meeting of the Idaho Health and Welfare Board and to order, and with the first item, the roll call.
Mr. Chairman,
Mr.
would you like
Director, would you be able to?
be-
Go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Director.
Mr. Chairman, I'd be pleased to do so. Daryl Kirby,
Present.
Jim Giuffre, Vice Chairman.
Present.
Dave Jepson, Secretary, is present. Senator Fred Martin.
Present.
Representative Fred Wood. Absent and excused. Sarah Stover is absent and excused. Wendy Jaquith.
Present.
Welcome, Wendy. Dr. Linda Hatzenbuehler.
Present.
Dr. Tim Rarick.
Present.
Chad Hengler.
Present.
Mr. Chairman, we have a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Director. And the next item on the agenda for the special meeting is to take any comments from the public at this time. If there are any comments from the public, please identify yourself. Hearing none, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, and that would be Elke on the IDAPA 16.02.09 Crisis Standards of Care for Healthcare Entities.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Director?
Mr. Chairman, I was just going to say that Elke is actually teaching a class at BSU tonight, and so she is not available, and so we've asked Tamara Pricett to present here.
Thank you very much. Tamara, if you'll proceed.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Chair and board members. My name is Tamara Prysock, and I come before you today in my role as the department's Rules Review Officer to present a new temporary rule docket related to crisis standards of care for healthcare entities. Your board book for this special meeting contains the notice of rulemaking as well as the actual rule itself. So for some background, this board adopted the original temporary rule for crisis standards of care during a special board meeting held on December 11th of 2020. This temporary rule expires upon sine die of the 2021 legislative session. Now, normally this would have occurred in the spring, but this year was different as the legislature recessed in May instead of adjourning. On November 15th, the Idaho Legislature reconvened and on November 17th, 2021, adjourned sine die. The existing temporary rule expired upon this adjournment, leaving the department without this rule in effect as of midnight on November 17th. If the board approves this new temporary rule, the crisis standards of care rules will become effective as of today, November 18th of 2021. Now, another unusual detail about this temporary rule is that the actual docket number will be determined by which monthly administrative bulletin the docket publishes in. We're waiting for confirmation from the Office of Administrative Rules about whether the rule will publish in the December 2021 Administrative Bulletin or in the January 2022 Bulletin. For this reason, you will see that the motions and declarations for this temporary rule include both possible docket numbers. It's also important to note that there have been no changes to the chapter itself, and it includes the changes to the guidance document the board approved last week. Approval of this temporary docket by the board today keeps the crisis standards of care for healthcare entities in effect. Mr. Chair, that concludes my presentation. I respectfully request the board adopt this new temporary rule docket effective today, and I'm happy to stand for questions.
Mr. Chair, whatever you just said was muted, so we didn't hear it.
Does the board have any questions of Tamara at this time?
Mr. Chairman?
I do.
Me?
Mr. Chairman?
Hearing me?
Question?
Who's asking for the question?
Senator Martin.
Senator Martin, please proceed.
Mr. Chairman or whoever else can ask, is there a need to have this effective retroactive to midnight, or is it no problem in having it effective upon the vote of the board go into effect now? Can it be? Should it be retroactive? And can it be retroactive?
Mr. Chair and Senator Martin. Oh, there's some feedback again. So no, there's
please,
no. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead,
if
Kathy.
everybody will just mute, if you're not speaking, we'll get rid of the feedback.
Thank you. So, Mr. Chair and Senator Martin, no, we are covered with the action as we're proceeding today. You know, the rule expired at midnight last night. So if the board adopts the temporary rule today, we will be covered. The rule will be in effect all of today.
Are there any further questions? Linda?
Your Chair. Tamara, because there's a number. Okay, is there echo now?
Yes.
Okay, how about now?
Good.
So, Mr. Chair, I was just wondering, since we have a number of people from the press in this meeting, I wonder if it wouldn't be worthwhile for Tamara to give us just a very brief review of what exactly this rule allows to occur, to make sure that not just that the rule will be now in effect again on a temporary basis, but what it accomplishes.
Yes, Mr. Chair and Ms. Hatzenbuehler, I would need to defer to either Director Jepson or someone from the Public Health Division who has more direct knowledge of the actual content of this rule to address that question.
Mr. Chairman, I think that Trinette is trying to put the rule up on the screen, and we're not seeing that either. If they could put on the share screen. I think there's a really good explanation of the rule on that first, right there, on the very first page. The purpose of this new chapter, right there.
Yes, so Mr. Chair and board members, in what Trinette has pulled up, there is a descriptive summary of the actual rule, and then also the justification for the department seeking this as a temporary rule.
Mr. Chair,
Linda, please.
since it's a very short rule, in the interest of our minutes from this meeting, Tamara, would you mind reading the specific parts of that so we get it in our minutes?
Sure. Yes, Mr. Chair, I'd be happy to do that. So in the descriptive summary, that's where we find what the purpose of this new chapter is. And the purpose of the new chapter is to allow for the timely activation of crisis standards of care. And crisis standards of care will be activated when a pervasive, catastrophic, or extraordinary event or circumstance overwhelms usual health and medical capabilities and capacities, resulting in an inability of the healthcare system to provide the usual standard of care to patients. And then the temporary rule justification is that this temporary rule is due to the continued high number of COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations in Idaho. And the activation of crisis standards of care allows healthcare entities to implement crisis strategies to address scarce resource situations when the usual standard of care cannot be provided.
Thank you.
Thank you, Cameron. Thank you, Dr. Hatchenbiller. James?
Thank you, Daryl. So just a question for either Tamara or potentially Senator Martin. Just wondering, just trying to really download everything that the legislature did while in session, calling themselves back into session over the last 3 days. There were 36 bills introduced. I know only one, really made it. Senator Martin or Tamara, was there any discussion of crisis standards of care while the legislature was in session for the last 3 days?
Senator Martin?
No.
Thank you.
A call for the motion. What's the feeling of the board?
This is Jim. I don't have a copy because I don't have the motion in front of me, so I have read it. If Tamara could repeat the motion, I will forward it as initiating it.
Is there a second
Chair,
to the
I'm
motion?
happy.
Okay, Tamara, go ahead.
Yes, I was going to say, Mr. Chair, I need to pull up that motion. Oh, there it is.
I'm happy to read
There's
it.
the motion.
Mr. Chair, I'd be happy to.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Jim.
I, James Dufresne, move the Idaho Board of Health and Welfare adopt a temporary rule for health and welfare rule docket 16-0209-2102, effective November 18th, 2021.
Is there a second?
This is Linda. I will second.
It's been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion on the motion? Hearing none. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
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 Opposed? Same. The motion carried. This concludes the special board meeting of the Health and Welfare. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the time. And again, wish you all happy holidays. See you next year.
Thank you.
Motion, the meeting's adjourned.
Thank you.